Hey folks, Todd Waller here with Studio 48 and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Snyder Company. We had a real interesting sales meeting recently that I thought you might be interested to learn about. This is what real estate professionals in the Ann Arbor marketplace are talking about right now. So if you're in the area, and I think you are, some of this information may be of interest to you, especially if you are in the mood for buying a house. But more importantly, if you are in the mood for selling a house right now in today's marketplace and the conditions. So the topic of conversation was about what's happening in the marketplace. What are we seeing? And the agents all described a slowing down. Buyers taking their time. Some buyers removing themselves from the marketplace. Others just putting the brakes on and pausing for a little bit. Now, there's two things going on here that you should be aware of and that we have to keep in mind as well. Number one is seasonality. This happens, right? It's Labor Day. This is about the time when all the kids go rolling back to school. The last hurrah for summer is being had on the long weekend, and preparation for that is underway, if not already squared away. So there is some seasonal slowdown, no matter the market conditions, right at the end of summer, beginning of school. Always happens, always will, most likely. The other thing that we also picked apart, however, in that conversation was that overall we had seen buyers slow down, period. So even before the seasonal slowdown, we had seen buyers start to slow down or cool off. Now please understand and hear, this is not a, oh my gosh, the sky is falling conversation or topic. These are normal cycles within any market. So as the seasonality slowdown is a small cycle in our market, the larger slowdown, if you will, of buyer activity is on a macro scale for the rest of the area. So not just the Ann Arbor area, but also Southeast Michigan as well. So we are seeing just slower traffic all the way around. We are seeing increased times on market for sellers. We are seeing more price drops on homes that are currently listed. So here's what this means for consumers. Buyers, if you are in the market right now and serious about going after a house, the good news for you is you're going to have an increase in the number of choices that you have because there's more homes coming on the market. But also, you may not need to move nearly as fast as you had to even earlier this year. Because homes are coming on the market and staying on market just a little bit longer, we don't have nearly the frantic pace that we used to just to even see a house, let alone put an offer in on it. The other good news for you as purchasers is with those decreasing prices, those price drops that we see coming more frequently than we ever have in the last 6 years, this means that buying a house for less than list price is now all of a sudden a distinct possibility. And that's not a bad thing, actually. For sellers, you just heard what I told the buyers. So what do you think that means for you? What that means, I would argue, as a real estate professional, is that if you want your time on market to be as short as possible, work with your real estate professional, those of us at Studio 48, and let's come up with a very sharp price for your home. So when we come on market, we're not scaring the market and telling them, yeah, we know the market's here, but we're going 5, 10, 20% over that just to see what we can get. If time is of the essence for your sale, then I would argue that a sharp price will be the best remedy to getting on and off the market rather quickly. So let's look at what sold recently. Let's understand that likely the purchaser of your home is going to execute a mortgage, which means an appraisal. So we want to stare at homes that have sold recently that are comparable to yours that an appraiser would also see, and then price off of that accordingly. If this makes sense, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. If it doesn't make sense or there's something that needs to be a little bit more clarified, do not hesitate to reach out to the partners at Studio 48. We would love to sit down and chat with you. And in fact, our email address is partners@studio48.com. We would love to hear from you. And in fact, if you want, just hit the message button here if you're on Facebook or leave a comment and we will get right back to you. This is Todd with Studio 48 and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services in Ann Arbor, Michigan, saying have a great day.